Let's talk about a food that's achieved near universal acclaim: instant ramen. No matter where you are in the world, chances are you've encountered this iconic dish. It's a staple in dorm rooms, a quick fix in bustling cities, and a nostalgic treat for people of all ages. Instant ramen is more than just a meal, it's a cultural phenomenon that bridges continents and generations. It's the late-night savior for students burning the midnight oil, the traveler's comfort in unfamiliar places, and a quick, satisfying meal for millions pressed for time. Whether you're sharing a bowl with friends or slurping noodles solo, ramen has a way of making any moment feel a little more special. This humble block of dried noodles and its magical flavor packet represent more than just a meal. They're symbols of convenience, affordability, and comfort in a bowl. With just a kettle of hot water and a few minutes, you can transform these simple ingredients into something warm and deeply satisfying. Instant ramen's global popularity is no accident. It's a simple, brilliant invention that democratized the noodle bowl. From Tokyo to New York, from Seoul to Sao Paulo, people everywhere have embraced this quick cooking marvel, adapting it to local tastes and traditions. Why do we love it so much? Carbs for energy, salt and umami for satisfaction, and hot water for warmth. A trifecta of comfort that soothes both body and soul. The slurp of noodles, the steam rising from the bowl, the rich aroma. It's a sensory experience that feels like a hug from the inside. It's a culinary security blanket, reliable and soothing in a chaotic world. When life feels overwhelming, a bowl of instant ramen can be a small act of self-care, a reminder that comfort is never too far away. Born in post-war Japan by the visionary Momofuku Ando, instant ramen was created as a solution to food shortages. What began as a humble effort to feed a nation quickly became a global icon, revolutionizing the way people eat and think about convenience food. From survival food in times of crisis to a cultural staple in everyday life, instant ramen has proven itself a hero of modern living. It's there in disaster relief kits, on grocery store shelves, and in the hands of college students everywhere. But just because it works doesn't mean it can't be improved. The beauty of instant ramen is its versatility. It's a blank slate, ready to be customized and elevated with just a few simple additions. Think of that block of noodles in silver packet as a blank canvas, waiting for your creativity. With a little imagination, you can turn this everyday staple into something extraordinary. We're not reinventing the wheel, we're adding flair. A handful of fresh vegetables, a soft-boiled egg, a sprinkle of sesame seeds, or a dash of chili oil can transform your bowl from basic to brilliant. Let's take this humble meal and elevate it to something gourmet. With just a few tweaks, you can create a dish that's as beautiful as it is delicious, one that rivals even the fanciest noodle shops. Ready to transform your ramen? Gather your favorite ingredients, roll up your sleeves, and let's get creative in the kitchen. The possibilities are endless, and the results are always rewarding. The journey from simple to spectacular begins now. Let's unlock the full potential of instant ramen, one delicious bowl at a time. Before we upgrade, let's understand our base. The noodle brick and seasoning packet. The noodles are engineered for quick cooking, the seasoning for instant savory broth. Don't toss the flavor packet, it's packed with umami and forms the backbone of our dish. The noodles' wavy shape helps them cook fast and soak up broth. Our mission: build on these basics, not replace them. We'll add new textures, flavors, and aromas using everyday ingredients. This isn't about spending big, it's about creativity and a dash of science. The noodles are the star, the seasoning is the rhythm. Together we'll turn this two-part system into a multi-layered, satisfying meal. Let's see how to make instant ramen extraordinary. The easiest upgrade for your ramen? Add an egg. It's a simple step, but it instantly transforms your bowl from basic to something truly special. Whether you're cooking a quick lunch or making a late-night snack, an egg is always within reach and takes just a minute to prepare. An egg brings protein, richness, and a luxurious texture that makes every bite more satisfying. The yolk melts into the broth, creating a creamy, velvety mouthfeel, while the whites add a gentle bite. It's a small addition that makes a big difference, both in flavor and nutrition. The classic soft-boiled egg, or ajitsuke tamago, is a ramen shop staple for a reason. Its jammy yolk and savory marinade are iconic, instantly recognizable to ramen lovers everywhere. Making it at home is easier than you think, and it brings that authentic ramen shop experience right to your kitchen. For a quick fix, try the egg drop. Just crack an egg into simmering broth and stir for silky ribbons. This method is fast, fuss-free, and gives your soup a beautiful cloud-like texture. It's perfect when you want something comforting and hearty in minutes, or poach an egg directly in the broth for a runny yolk surprise. The egg gently cooks in the hot soup, and when you break it open, the golden yolk flows out, enriching every spoonful. It's a treat for both the eyes and the palate. Want to go classic? Boil an egg for 6-7 minutes, chill it in ice water, peel and marinate in soy sauce and mirin. This simple process infuses the egg with deep umami flavor and gives it that signature ramen shop look. It's a little extra effort, but the payoff is huge. Each method adds depth and transforms your bowl, letting you customize your ramen to your mood and taste. Whether you want something quick or crave that classic marinated egg, there's an option for everyone. The egg's creamy yolk enriches the broth while the white adds texture. With minimal effort, you get maximum impact. Your ramen goes from ordinary to extraordinary in just a few minutes. Whether you drop, poach, or soft boil, the egg is the ultimate ramen upgrade. Each style brings its own unique character, so don't be afraid to experiment and find your favorite. It's the single best way to elevate your noodles, making every bowl feel like a special occasion, even on an ordinary day. Try it once, and you'll never go back. The difference is undeniable, and soon, you'll wonder how you ever ate ramen without it. Now that you've mastered the egg, let's move on to adding crunch and color to your ramen bowl. Instant ramen is delicious, but visually bland and texturally one note. The noodles are soft and comforting, but the lack of color and crunch can make the experience feel a bit monotonous. If you want your ramen to look as good as it tastes, it's time to get creative with your toppings. Enter vegetables, nature's way of adding color, crunch, and nutrition to your bowl. With just a few simple additions, you can transform your ramen from a quick snack into a vibrant, satisfying meal. Quick-cooking greens like spinach or bok choy are perfect for ramen. Just toss them in during the last minute of cooking, and they'll wilt down beautifully without losing their bright color or fresh flavor. These greens add a burst of freshness and a pop of green that makes your bowl look and taste more lively. Plus, they're packed with vitamins and minerals, making your meal more nutritious. Scallions are a must. Sprinkle them on top for a sharp, fresh bite. Their mild onion flavor cuts through the richness of the broth and adds a lovely crunch with every spoonful. Mushrooms, bean sprouts, or shredded carrots are also fantastic options. Mushrooms bring an earthy depth, bean sprouts add a crisp snap, and carrots offer sweetness and color. For even more flavor, try sautéing your veggies briefly in a splash of sesame oil before adding them to your bowl. Or if you prefer extra crunch, add them raw, right before serving. Don't forget about frozen veggies. Corn and peas are easy to keep on hand and add a touch of sweetness and color. Just toss them in with the noodles as they cook, and they'll be ready in minutes. The key to a great bowl of ramen is contrast. Soft noodles need something crisp, and a savory broth is always better with something bright and fresh to balance it out. Don't be afraid to mix and match whatever vegetables you have on hand. Each combination brings its own unique flavor and texture, making every bowl a little different and a lot more interesting. And remember, you don't have to overthink it. Even a simple handful of greens or a sprinkle of scallions can make a big difference in both taste and appearance. With just a few fresh ingredients, you can turn your ramen from beige and boring to colorful and beautiful. It's a simple upgrade that makes every bite more exciting. Vegetables are the easiest way to boost both the taste and nutrition of your ramen. They add flavor, texture, and visual appeal, making your meal feel special, even if it started with a humble packet of noodles. Once you've mastered adding crunch and color, it's time to take your ramen to the next level with protein. From eggs to tofu to chicken, there are endless ways to make your bowl even heartier and more satisfying. Get ready, your ramen is about to become a complete, nourishing meal that's as beautiful as it is delicious. An egg is great, but let's add more protein for a true meal. Leftover rotisserie chicken, sliced steak, or even deli meats work wonders. Just warm them in the broth or place on top for extra flavor and substance. Thinly sliced pork or beef can be quickly pan-fried with soy sauce and garlic, then added to your bowl. Ground meat sautéed with ginger and garlic is another tasty option. For a vegetarian twist, pan-fried tofu cubes add protein and texture. Seafood lovers can toss in cooked shrimp or flaked canned fish for a luxurious touch. Even a slice of fish cake adds tradition and flair. Use what you have. Ramen is endlessly adaptable. The goal, a bowl that's filling, flavorful, and uniquely yours. Now, let's make the broth sing. The seasoning packet is our base, but the broth can be so much more. Boost umami with a splash of soy sauce or a spoonful of miso paste. Add mirin for sweetness or drizzle toasted sesame oil for aroma. Sauté garlic and ginger in oil before adding water for a fragrant, complex base. Spice it up with white pepper, chili sauce, or even a star anise pod. For richness, melt in a pat of butter or add a splash of coconut milk. Peanut butter whisked in creates a creamy, nutty broth. The goal of broth is interesting as your toppings. Layer flavors for depth and complexity. Experiment. There are no rules, only delicious possibilities. With a few tweaks, your broth goes from basic to unforgettable. Now let's perfect the noodles themselves. Noodle texture is everything. Overcooked or undercooked ruins the dish. Use plenty of boiling water so noodles cook evenly and stay springy. For best results, cook noodles separately from the broth. This keeps the broth clear and lets you control noodle doneness. Drain noodles, add to your bowl, then pour hot broth over. Cooking separately removes excess starch and oil, making the soup cleaner and lighter. The result? Perfectly chewy noodles and a refined broth. It's a simple step that makes a huge difference. Don't skip it, your taste buds will thank you. Now let's finish with the final flourish. Your masterpiece is almost complete. Time for the finishing touches. Garnishes add flavor, texture, and visual appeal. Sprinkle toasted sesame seeds for crunch, or add a sheet of nori for oceanic flavor. Drizzle chili oil or toasted sesame oil for aroma and heat. Try homemade garlic or scallion oil for a chef's touch. Add garnishes just before serving to preserve their impact. Take a moment to appreciate your creation. What started as a humble meal is now gourmet. You've transformed instant ramen into something personal and special. Cooking is about creativity and joy. Make it your own. Share your masterpiece with friends and family. Good food is meant to be enjoyed together. Thanks for joining this ramen journey. Now go enjoy your bowl, you've earned it.